Joining me now is actor Ernie Hudson, a keynote speaker at this year's OSBA Capital Conference. Thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Hudson.
Well, thank you. It's great being here with you.
So, most people would recognize you from movies like Ghostbusters and Miss Congeniality, and along with the other 250 credits that you mentioned you were a part of in your speech. So, what has brought you from your acting career to speak about education today?
Well, I think it's very important that, as much as I focus on my career and accomplishing and doing things, to remember that we're sort of laying the foundation, setting the stage. There are other people who are coming along who need sometimes guidance, sometimes encouragement, just sometimes someone to take a moment. And so now it's important at this stage of my life that I sort of be that person to encourage others, that I struggled through some things on my own. It would have been so helpful if someone had taken the time. But I think it's important for me to do that for a lot of young people.
Yeah, that's a really good insight. So, what makes you so passionate about education?
Well, it starts with education. I mean, a lot of us are born into circumstances and conditions. Education becomes a way forward. When we arm ourselves with knowledge, it increases our understanding. It increases our ability to connect and communicate with each other, and it just opens up the possibility. I mean, we talk about America as being the land of opportunity, but in order to take advantage of that opportunity, we need to prepare ourselves and to educate ourselves. Education is so critically important.
Yeah, my dad's a teacher, so education's always been impressed on me as the most important thing.
And unfortunately, a lot of people don't value it because they find that they can get through life without it, but it's a very limited view of the world. A lot of people never travel, never really read much, so it becomes, it just expands your life in such a wonderful way. It just opens you up to the possibilities. I just think it's invaluable, and every child should have access to a great education.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So in your speech, you described feeling despair and rejection in your early schooling and acting career, and you also emphasized the importance of belonging. So how would you advise students who are experiencing the same adversity in their schools to get through that adversity?
Yeah, I think to take pride in your school, to know that people may not see you the way that you know you are, but to also know that you are more than just what's seen. We're not our circumstances. There's a greater part of us, that there's a life force, a source that flows through us that allows anything to be possible if we understand it and know it. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about joining anybody's anything. I'm talking about it's who you are. That's where ideas come from. That's where inspiration comes from. And it's there you can tap into that. Anybody can. It's not about how much money you have. It's about just understanding that this world is here for you to find happiness in. That's the whole point of being here. And you deserve that. You don't have to take a second seat, back seat, and think that it's only for certain people. No, this is your life. If this was a movie, you're the star of the movie. So take your moment and believe and know that it's possible. And I guarantee you, anything that you can imagine, the universe can deliver. You just have to trust it and know it and prepare yourself for it.
That's really special. Thank you. So what trends have you been seeing in education as you've gone along in life, and what trends would you like to see in education?
Well, I've seen a lot of people back away from education on a certain level. I think they've started to distrust education. We started relying more on the internet, and some of that information is questionable. We don't know who's putting it there, if it's really reliable. The truth gets stretched sometimes. Facts are what we say they are as opposed to what they are. I would like to see people really trust their inner spirit, their inner guidance, take the time to really arm themselves with the real facts, and to question more. But to prepare yourself so that you know how to ask the right questions, as opposed to relying on someone else to tell you which way is up.
Yeah, well, my dad's a teacher, so hopefully we can relay that message through his class and all the other classes.
Yeah,
too.
but a lot of times people sort of backed away from education.
Yeah.
I think they felt left outside of it. They didn't trust educators.
Yeah.
And I think we need to return to the fact that education serves us.
Yeah.
It doesn't work against us. And I've even seen it in politics, where we started to distrust politicians who are intelligent, who are educated. I don't believe anybody should look down on anyone, but I think that we definitely should value and to constantly expand our sphere of knowledge. It's an amazing world out there that is at our disposal, but we have to let go of fear and be willing to see it.
Definitely. Well, one of the themes of this OSBA conference is leadership for learning. So what does leadership for learning mean to you?
Well, I think we, or the leaders who are there, the administrators, it's very important that leadership recognize the person, the true person, the spirit. We're all connected to source. We're all connected to life. We are all a part of that. And that's what gives us our real value, not what we are individually or what family we come from or how much money we have. We are all children of source, of the universe. And I think as educators, learning, they need to recognize that spirit in children. They need to recognize that potential, because you never know who you're looking at. Some of these kids are brilliant who just shut down. They just don't want to participate. And I think as educators, it's important to see beyond the clothes or beyond the color or beyond the circumstance and see that person, and their true potential. And to see them as humans, see them as brothers. We're all connected here.
Well, I really hope our administrators can take that really nice message and bring that to our schools and really transform our society. Again, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an honor talking with you.
Thank you. Great talking to you too, and good luck with everything.
Thank you. Best of luck to you too.
You too.